Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is moonmothgoddess. Thank you guys so much for being here. Your continued love and support here on the channel. And also I'd like to thank you guys so much that have been recently donating to the channel. I truly appreciate you guys so much for your kindness and for your generosity. And also those of you that leave such beautiful comments on the videos and let me know how these readings are helping you. And also those of you that take the time to write emails to me and let me know, how these readings resonate for you. I truly appreciate all of your support. Okay. Today's pick a card reading, we are doing a you versus them, meaning your love interest. Okay. And we're going to be looking at the differences in energy with what your feelings and energy are in the connection, and then where they are at with their feelings and energy towards you. Okay, so you versus your romantic interest. Okay, we are going to have 3 piles for you guys to choose from. This first card that I'm going to pull from this deck is more or less going to be what your energy is. Okay, so that could also be a way that you can identify which is the right pile for you. Okay, if you're clicking on a pile and you feel like, okay, that doesn't really feel like my energy. Also, another thing to notice is sometimes energies can come through flip-flopped, okay, with tarot. So if you're looking at a pile and you're looking at the differences between what the other person's energy and then yours that I'm going to pull, and you feel like you resonate with one of those, that is also another confirmation to that you've chosen the right pile. At least one of those energies have to resonate with, this is how I feel in this connection. Okay, so yes, we're gonna do you versus them. This first card, let's pull something for what your feelings and energy are towards your person. We're gonna pull something for pile 1. So pile 1, what are your feelings and energy towards your romantic interest? Okay, so we're going to choose this top one. That is the Storm. So what are your feelings and energy towards your person? Pile number 2. What are your feelings and energy? We have the Venom. Okay. Feelings and energy towards your person, pile number 3. What are your feelings and energies towards your romantic interest? We have the Thread. Okay, so I'm going to put some crystals on here. Okay, so for pile 1, we're going to do a Lapis Lazuli. Pile 2, we're going to do this yellowish green crystal. I will give you guys a closer look in just a moment. And then we have a strawberry obsidian. That's going to be for pile number 3. Okay, so pile 1, this is what your feelings and energy are towards this person. We have the Storm and the Lapis Lazuli. Pile 2, we have the Venom, and that is with this yellowy green crystal. Pile 2. And then pile number 3, we have the Thread. And that is with this strawberry obsidian. Okay, so we will be pulling cards to see kind of what their energy is, but we're starting off with yours so you can kind of feel it out. We will add some more tarot in to just kind of get the rest of your energy so you know that it resonates for you. Okay, and like I said, if you're wanting to just kind of sit with the reading and kind of see the differences between you and the other person. Just make sure that you resonate with at least one of those energies that comes through, so we know that you've chosen the right pile. Okay, so pile 1 with the storm and the Lapis Lazuli, pile 2 with the Venom and that yellow-green crystal. I'm not sure what it's called. And then we have the thread here for pile 3 with the strawberry obsidian. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, pile 1. So those of you that resonated with the storm, okay, this storm card is very similar to the tarot's Tower card. Okay, very similar. So we've got Tower energy here. And if you're not familiar with what the Tower's meaning is, the Tower is about upheaval, chaos, instability. It could be that there has been maybe something sudden or unexpected that may have caused a shift between you and this person. It could be upheaval that you might be feeling within yourself. It could be some type of epiphany, some type of realization, some type of wake-up call. This storm card basically talks about us feeling like the rug has been ripped from under us. So we're going to pull some more cards here to see some more of your energy here. So like I said, we're doing a you versus them. We're going to look about what your feelings and energy are towards them, and then what your romantic interest, feelings, and energy is towards you. Okay. So pile 1, what are your feelings and energy towards your love interest? We have the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse, the 7 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is about unpredictability, and it's about cycles. So maybe for some of you, you're going through maybe some, I would say some unsteady energy here happening between you and this person. The Wheel of Fortune is also about change. Okay, so maybe there is some type of change that has happened. Like I said, we've got some Tower energy here. Some type of change. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is the divine basically intervening with some type of a shift or a change here. Now this might be, I'm seeing here with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like for you, this Four of Pentacles is about control. It's about possession, attachment, gripping onto something very tight. So it could be that you are, holding on to this person, attached to this person. We have the Six of Cups energy here in reverse. And this has to do with this feeling of deep connection that you feel to this person. The Six of Cups can talk about a past life connection that we feel with someone, kindred spirits, soulmates, or even a connection with a person that gives us that feeling of home. And it's because the Six of Cups talks about familiarity, comfort. And I feel for some of you, this could have been a relationship that is something of the past, because the Six of Cups energy has to do with us being unable to move on or let go of something from the past. Okay. Now, if that is your story, and it is the case, this could be where Spirit, with the Wheel of Fortune energy here, is trying to force you to let go. Okay. Maybe that change is helping you to move forward, especially if this is like a past partner that you are still holding on to, where there's still attachment here. Now, from what I'm kind of seeing here, now this could be the way that, because we're asking Spirit today, what are your feelings and energy towards them? We have the Seven of Swords energy here, which has to do with insecurities, trust issues. You may feel like this person is being avoidant of you, running away, trying to escape. Some of you, it could be that you are the person who is trying to get away from them. Okay, trying to run away, or having some fears here about this connection between you and this person. Okay, it kind of feels like there's an energy here of this person could be security for you. Okay, with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, this person, yeah, could definitely be a form of security, or you could be wanting security with that person, or wanting to secure a more stable commitment with this person. Now, we do have the King of Wands energy in reverse, so you could certainly feel very frustrated. I'm seeing that both with the Seven of Pentacles here and the King of Wands in reverse, which could be that you feel that you've invested your time and energy into this person. For some of you, you could be feeling frustrated with the way that the communication is going with them. You might feel like this person is not investing time for you, committing themselves to you, or putting in the effort here. Okay. So yeah, I'm certainly seeing where there could be some frustrations here on your part, where you're wanting action, you're wanting truth, you're wanting this person to really open up, because I feel like you are still very much in your feelings here. Okay, you feel a very deep bond and a very deep connection with this person, and I feel like it's definitely something that you're not wanting to let go of. You're not wanting to lose it. And you may feel, you know, with the, like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune, you could certainly go through cycles with this person, ups and downs. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is very unpredictable. I'm also noticing that the two of them are kind of like away from each other. So maybe for some of you, you could be feeling certain distance from this person. Or maybe kind of feeling like I'm trying to align with this person, but it's like the universe is doing something here to keep me and this person apart. So I want to, let's see, what do I want to use? I think I want to use these here. Now we do have Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. We also have, yeah, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Okay. All right, let's see. What are your feelings and energy towards your love interest? We have the Victim. Okay, so feeling like a victim here, or maybe this person has done something wrong. You could be certainly feeling hurt by this person, by their actions, by their words. Let's see what else. What is your feelings and energy towards them? We have the Traveler. We have the Moon. Yeah, so this kind of makes me feel like you are... I feel like there's uncertainty on your side with maybe where is this connection going. Like I said, wanting answers, wanting truth here. We have the illusionist. So maybe for some of you, you could feel like this person is not being honest with you, or they might be deceiving you in some way. You could be certainly feeling with that Seven of Swords here. Now, we do also have fire here. So I feel like the attraction that you have to this person is also pretty intense. Yeah, very intense. I want to look a little bit at this victim here. The Empress. Yeah. Some of you might very well be, there it is, might very well be in love with this person, okay? Love this person very much. With the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, this could be where you've really tried to nurture this person, this relationship. Now, you might even perceive them as the victim, okay, here, where you're trying to give your love, you're trying to nurture them, and this person is kind of running away here. Maybe they have something from their past that they haven't been able to let go of, and you've been for some of you, you've been very patient with this person. We do also have the Five of Cups energy here, which has to do with grief and loss. So some of you could be in that situation with this person where they've left, or you're still grieving the loss of this person. Okay. There could certainly be disappointment, discouragement that you feel over the way that the situation is right now. This makes me want to look at this storm energy. I want to see what this is about. So let's see. What does this storm have to do with, Spirit? Judgment. Okay. So Judgment is an awakening, or we've got the King of Swords energy here, which is some type of truth. So this could certainly be some type of realization that you're having about this person, or having to make a decision, you know. And like I said, some of you where this person is from your past, you may be feeling like I'm being guided, even though it might not be something that we like. It could be where Spirit is trying to guide you away. Okay, for some of you, about releasing, because Judgment is also about release, letting go. Okay, why is this storm here? Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. There's the Tower. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I feel like maybe for some of you, you're wanting some truth from them. You're wanting them to be honest, maybe about what their intentions are, or what they feel, or what they want. I feel for some of you, you might be at that point where, you know, having to make a difficult decision about whether or not it is time to let go or even move on from this situation. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what that is about. The Moon. Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like for you, there's a lot of uncertainty here, you know, and intuitively you might be guided away from this person is kind of what I'm getting here. We also have Pisces energy here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear this away. I'm going to save your storm card here, but I want to look at what the other person's energy is, what their energy is towards, what their feelings and energy are towards you. Okay, pile one. So now let's see what your person's feelings and energy are towards you. I put your storm over here. Okay, so I'm going to take the Mountain, which is the one that's facing up here. The Mountain, which is a lot like the energy of the Hermit in the tarot. Okay, and the Hermit is about isolation, deep reflection, introspection, and you can kind of see this picture here. There's a person in the middle of the mountain, isolated, okay, which would essentially be withdrawn, right, from you. So let's see now. And I just saw the Five of Pentacles too. The Five of Pentacles is about abandonment. feeling shut out or shutting someone out. Feeling maybe insecure. There could certainly be some self-worth issues here. For some of you, it might even be that the person feels financially insecure. Okay, so what are their feelings and energy towards you? We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the World. Okay, so there we go. The World. There's the Five of Pentacles again. The Hierophant. The Five of Cups. The Knight of Swords. Again, we've got Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. So for some of you, this looks like a past relationship, okay? It kind of looks like this person with the Five of Pentacles, like I said, there could be abandonment here where they could have abandoned you, abandoned the connection. They could be isolating themselves, spending some time alone here. With the World card, this is talking about an ending of something, something that has been completed or has come to an end. We do have the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is about independence. So it could very well be that this person is someone who is choosing to be single right now or choosing to not be in a relationship. We have the Four of Cups here. I'm seeing even on her sweatshirt, it says over it. Okay, the Four of Cups is about rejection or a feeling of indifference. This is when a person is keeping themselves like emotionally closed off, turning something down, pushing something or someone away. Some of you may in fact be dealing with a person who, with the Five of Cups energy here, they could be feeling some regret or guilt, especially if they just kind of cut you off. And that may be for you what the storm is, because the storm, like I said, is tower energy. So the storm or the tower is something that happens very unexpected. It causes upheaval. Something that's shocking, you know. So for some of you, this might be like a person who just kind of did a complete 180 on you and then just kind of cut you off with no explanation, maybe for some of you. So if that is the case and this person just kind of pushed you away, they could certainly be feeling some form of guilt, regret, remorse over their actions, because the Knight of Swords is here too, which is about impulsivity, okay? So the Knight of Swords energy moves very fast. It can be perceived as recklessness sometimes, or even sometimes if a person is kind of in their shadow energy, it might be being a person who's confrontational, a person who might come across as a little bit aggressive, which means that if they kind of cut you off here, they could have done so in a way where maybe they said something or did something that was unexpected to you, or saying something to you that really hurt you, okay? Because we did see victim in your energy, so it could very well be that they were functioning from that Knight of Swords energy. So like I said, they could certainly have some feelings of remorse or guilt or regret. Now, like I said, some of you, this person could be a person who is dealing with a little bit of depression, a little bit of this feeling of hopelessness, discouragement about love or even other things that are happening in their life. They could literally be grieving the loss of maybe someone, especially for those where this person could be dealing with like a loss of a loved one, or, you know, something that could be going on in their personal life. I'm also noticing that we have the Four of Swords energy here. And the Four of Swords is about rest, healing, meditation. Okay, so this might even be that this person has kind of been no contact with you. Okay, so if you've tried to reach out to them and this person is just kind of like, no, you know, I'm spending time by myself, I want to be alone right now. They could even be turning down, you know, commitment here, relationship, and just choosing just to be single, enjoying their solitude. Okay, so I want to see what else. What are their feelings and energy towards you? And to me, this looks like a person who's just emotionally unavailable. Like they're not having it right now. They're just pushing you away. Okay. What are their feelings and energy towards you? Pile number 1. We have the House here, the Jester, we have Reincarnation, Vigilance. And we also have the Child. I am seeing resolve here at the bottom. And freedom is right also underneath that with the Storm. You know, the Storm is a very chaotic energy. So they could be perceiving kind of like what is happening between the two of you as chaotic. For some of you, it could have been that this, something within the dynamic of your connection with this person is something that affected their inner child or triggered maybe an inner child wound. It kind of looks like this person is in this energy of like trying to protect themselves. I'm also noticing that in this resolve card here too, there's like these skeletons that are reaching up to this little girl that's here. And then we have the Child here. I think I want to get a little bit more on that. But yes, we've got freedom here. So it makes me feel like this person is questioning whether or not to try to resolve things with you. With reincarnation, this could certainly be about a second chance or, you know, trying to fix things. But I'm also noticing in this House card here, this house is dark. Now that may be symbolic of this person kind of shutting you out, right? An emptiness or even a void that this person might feel within themselves, especially with that Five of Pentacles. Okay. I want to look at this a little bit more. I think I want to look at the Jester. Now the Jester is kind of similar to trickster energy, deceptive. So it could be, you know, in fact, for some of you where this person may have deceived you. Let's see what this Jester is about. I mean, they could also be deceiving themselves. Let's see. What is this Jester about, Spirit? The Ace of Swords, which is the truth. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Cups in reverse. I almost feel like this person is not wanting to invest here. Because the Nine of Cups energy in reverse is talking about a person who is feeling a lack of satisfaction, discontent. What is this freedom here? King of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, it really makes me feel like this person is just kind of wanting to not be with you. Okay, like they're wanting to be free here. The Fool is about opening themselves up to unlimited possibilities. This might be with the King of Wands energy, a person who is not wanting to settle down. Okay, who's still wanting to explore. If this person is genuinely someone who you are aware of that does have inner child wounds, what this kind of looks like this person is doing is maybe not addressing them. Because if this person is, you know, feeling in some way that they're being triggered by you, and instead of focusing on that healing, right? And I'm not saying that they're not, but it's just kind of making me feel like if they're feeling this freedom with the Fool and the King of Wands and not wanting to commit here, is this person just kind of feeling like, okay, pile one is triggering me and I don't like it and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the work here. You know, in a way kind of running from themselves. Yeah, I'm seeing the Eight of Wands at the bottom, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Empress with the Eight of Cups. Three of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, you know? So for some of you, this is a breakup. For some of you, this is this person not wanting to commit to something. We saw the Empress within your energy, okay? So if this person is coming in with this very wounded energy here of not being open to receive the love that you're trying to give to them, they may feel like they're not good enough. Like I said, insecurity, self-worth issues, choosing to emotionally abandon, walk away from this connection. There's a lot of healing this person needs to do. And like I said, with that whole freedom energy of being single and isolating themselves and shutting people out, like I said, I don't want to say that they're not working on their healing, but that's kind of what it looks like. It kind of looks like a person who's like, ooh, as soon as I get triggered, on to the next thing, on to the next person, until I get triggered again. And it's just like this whole cycle that keeps repeating itself. So maybe for some of you, I don't know, maybe it is kind of hot and cold type of energy that you do get from this person, inconsistencies, and maybe this is just where you're like, I don't even know what to do this anymore. But I feel like I said, with the storm and the Wheel of Fortune that you've had, that in a way Spirit could be kind of trying to guide you to release, to let go. Or maybe you do, you know, you have had some type of epiphany or realization about where things are with this person, and kind of figuring that maybe it is best for you to kind of pull your energy back from this person, because it doesn't look like this person is ready and open to receive what you as the Empress are trying to give here, you know? And you can't fix someone. You can't force them to be with you or to, you know, be open to the love that you're trying to give. They're either going to open themselves up to it or they're not. And this looks like this person, instead of embracing growth and healing and change, that they're kind of retreating, you know, and maybe telling you, yes, I'm not healed. But yet, even if they tell you that, are they even doing the work? Or are they just kind of moving on to the next connection that's going to bring them that temporary comfort and fulfillment until the cycle begins all over again? You know, at some point, this person's going to have to deal with the wounds, with the inner child, healing that they need to do. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to ask Spirit here what your advice is with this person. Okay. And I apologize, it is Friday today, so the gardeners are out at the neighbor's house cleaning up their yard. So let's put this up here. And we're going to ask Spirit here, what is your advice with this connection? What is your advice with this connection? Wheel of Fortune is here again, okay? Wheel of Fortune is about change. We've got the Five of Cups. Ten of Cups. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Devil. You know, I kind of feel like Spirit's saying to you here that this could be a little bit of a toxic situation for you. You know, regardless of what type of soul connection it is, if this person can't come to you with the right energy, you know, if this person's having you kind of go back and forth and in circles and causing pain and heartbreak, lack of clarity, you know, the Devil is something. We got the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups here. You know, if this person is rejecting, they're pushing you away, they're turning you down, they're not responding to you, you know, they're not willing to open up. You know, the Devil energy is something that is oppressive, something that is restricting us. For some of you, you might have an unhealthy attachment or even an obsession with the person, in which case this connection could be creating an illusion of happiness for you. You know, like still having that feeling of like, I need to be with this person, I have to be with them, right? Because you're in that Six of Cups energy in reverse. It's not being able to let go of that bond and that connection and that feeling of home and familiarity that you have with them. You know, I feel like Spirit's really wanting you to kind of reflect upon, you know, really what it is that you are deserving of. And if this person is not open to it, I feel like it's time for change, because for some of you, this could have been a cycle that you keep keeping yourself stuck in. And if you're having a hard time with letting go, I would certainly say start to focus on yourself and your healing. Okay? It may be time to move on. The Wheel of Fortune is here again. I want to see the Ace of Cups, the Chariot. Yeah, so this is Spirit basically telling you to move on, okay? As difficult as that might be, but the Chariot is about you having the willpower to do it. The Ace of Cups is basically Spirit, in a way, with that Tower storm energy in the Wheel of Fortune, is saying that this is happening for your highest good. Okay, you're being urged to kind of move on from this person and this connection, because it could be something that's keeping you in a place of obsession, attachment, codependency, addiction, or even a very unhealthy, toxic type of situation or cycle with this person. And it's time to heal and move forward. Okay, Eight of Cups is at the bottom with the Queen of Swords, which is basically you being discerning. It's about you seeing the truth. Okay, the Eight of Cups is about emotional detachment and also walking away from a person or a situation that does not serve you. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna leave this here for you, pile one. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile two. So those of you that resonated with this Venom card, this is going to be a reading. So when we pulled this card in the beginning, remember we're doing today a you versus them being your love interest. We're looking at what your feelings and energy are towards them, and then what their feelings and energy are towards you. So this is your energy, basically, okay? Now, this is not the greatest card, okay? Not the greatest card in this deck, because this is basically talking about something that is toxic, okay? Now, this could be your own thoughts, okay? Which could certainly be self-limiting beliefs. It could be negative self-talk. It could be beating yourself up about this connection. I don't know what it is, okay? But we're going to try to get some more information from Spirit here. Or, you know, if this is a situation where this person has really hurt you, then I can see why you have the Venom, okay? I can see why, because this is more or less, maybe you could be feeling very angry, very hurt, maybe holding resentment or anger towards this person, and, you know, feeling very much this energy of conflict with them. So, you know, if that is the case, then I can see why. But if it's not that, then, like I said, it might be something that is toxic within your thoughts. Let's see, okay? Now, if that's not you, like I said, sometimes the energies come through flip-flopped. Maybe that's the person. I don't know. We'll have to see how the rest of this comes through, okay? And right away, we've got the Devil and the Star. Okay. Capricorn, Aquarius. But the Devil is also very toxic energy. It could be obsession, attachment, codependency, emotional manipulation, lies, deceit, illusion, deception. And the Star would more or less be about healing, renewal. Let's see. Maybe some of you are healing from a very toxic relationship with this person. Okay. What are your feelings and energy towards this person? We've got the Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Six of Cups, the Strength card. I think we're going to have to find out what the Venom is. Why is it here? The Eight of Wands. I'm feeling it might be tied into the Page of Cups energy. Okay. Only because the Page of Cups can talk about imagination, fantasy. Sometimes it's a very daydreamy energy, having to do with infatuation. We'll see though, okay? Why is this Venom here, Spirit? What does this Venom have to do with the Ten of Cups? The Six of Wands and Justice. Let's look. I want to see if I'm missing something with the Venom. What is that? 63. Okay. So the Venom card says the poison, the curse, the toxin. It says, much to our dismay, the Venom is always lurking in the shadows in one form or another. Its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, our thoughts, our speech, or environment. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetypal venom is rarely remedied as easily. However, it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the Venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified. Perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserves. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. Okay, so it's talking about self-realization through suffering, or an unwillingness to find a solution or to forgive. Okay. So like I said, maybe for some of you, if this person has hurt you in a certain way, you know, we have justice here. And justice, maybe for some of you, this has to do with karma. Maybe you're feeling like this person has hurt me, because we do have the Five of Wands here, which is about conflict, fighting, arguing. I feel, though, with the Six of Wands, this is about recognition, appreciation, validation. So you could feel like, I want this person to validate my feelings or my thoughts, or, you know, I want them to make things right with me. With the Venom here, with the Ten of Cups, it kind of makes me feel that if this person truly is someone who is draining your energy, or they are toxic, is there an illusion of that Ten of Cups energy, which is about happiness and fulfillment? You know? Like I said, the only card to me that really would be here that would talk about something like that is Page of Cups. Okay, now the Page of Cups can be a really sweet little energy of falling in love and having butterflies and you know, heart eyes for somebody and having a crush and, you know, sweet little romantic gestures and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe for some of you, you are really crushing on this person. And is that leading into an energy of infatuation or fantasy? I don't know. Let's clarify the Page of Cups, because that, to me, that would be the place that it would come from, is that Page of Cups energy. Let's see. Why is the Page of Cups here? The Two of Wands and the High Priestess. Pisces. We got Pisces, Aries, Libra, Leo, Gemini, Aquarius. Why is the Page of Cups here? We've got the Ace of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. Maybe some of you work with this person with the Three of Pentacles here, or this could be a neighbor or a person who is within your community, a person you work with, a person you collaborate with, go to school with. For some of you, this might be crush-like feelings that you might have towards this person. Okay. Maybe feelings that you have not revealed to this person yet, and you're feeling a sense of attraction to this person. For some of you, this might even be a friend that you're attracted to. I'm still feeling like there's something that I'm missing here with this Venom. I mean, we did see the Devil. We kept seeing the Devil. The Devil came through twice on the split. The Devil can also be about temptation. Temptation, attachment, obsession. Are you obsessed, pile 2? Are you obsessed? I can hear you guys all answering back. Let's see. I want to get more. What is this Venom here, Spirit? The King of Cups. What's wrong with it? Because these cards are not even bad. You know, aside from this, which could, you know, the Five of Wands could be a little bit of maybe even inner conflict that you feel. The Queen of Swords is a very solid, strong, confident energy. I mean, is there something wrong with pile 2 trying to get this person's attention? The Six of Wands? I'm not seeing what the issue is. What is the poison? What is the toxin? Or is it that you are just so head over heels for this person and in love that you can't see straight? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is. Why is this Five of Wands here? The Hierophant. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. I mean, I feel like you're in love with this person. You know, we have the Six of Cups energy here, which is also a really beautiful, sweet energy. So for you, this person could be someone that you can picture yourself being with, picture building something with, having something solid, having something stable, seeing yourself being with them for the long term. Is that a problem? Maybe. Maybe. Why? Because Page of Cups energy, okay? I'm not trying to hate on Page of Cups today, but Page of Cups is ruled by, well, I mean, it's Pisces energy, but it's ruled by Neptune. And Neptune can be some tricky energy. It can certainly turn on the Delulu, the Delulu, with romantic infatuation and obsession, but it makes me feel like, are you kind of like I said, so head over heels that this person, to the point where you can't function, like you're just constantly thinking about this person? But I'm not even really seeing, well, the Devil energy was there, so that could be obsessing. The Eight of Wands is also very fast moving energy. You know, and I feel that with the Six of Cups, you know, this is a card about feeling of home, a sense of familiarity, past life connection, soulmate, kindred spirits, something that makes us feel comfortable, that makes us feel happy. So what's the problem? What's the problem, Spirit? Let's see. Unless it really is, you know, we have intellect here. Unless, like I said, it really is a situation where this person has hurt you, and yet your feelings and your emotions are just kind of getting in the way of you seeing something clearly here about this situation. What are your feelings and energy towards this person? The Sage. I mean, this looks like very wise energy. Ascension. The Sun. Even the Sun has a little heart in it. The Dreamer. Page of Cups energy. This makes me feel like, are you like in La La Land? Pile 2. Are you in La La Land with this person? Are you thinking way too far ahead, you know? Like, let's just say you have a crush on a person, right? You have a crush on them. We also have the tomb here. The tomb. You have a crush on them. And already, let's just say you guys don't even really talk to each other. You haven't even really sat down and really connected with them, like, you know, building something with them, that it's something that's so early on for some of you that you're already planning the wedding. You know, you're already planning what you guys are going to do in the future. So I want to see what the dreamer is here. Eight of Swords, that is obsessing. The Tower. The Ten of Wands. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Eight of Swords is restrictive energy. Now it is in reverse with the Tower, which is helping to release it, to help to maybe recognize maybe where we're doing this thinking. Because with the Ten of Wands energy here, this is more or less when maybe you're putting out a lot of energy towards this person. What does the tomb represent? The Fool. The Nine of Swords. And the Two of Cups. The Fool energy too. The Fool can be a person who's being naive. We're just kind of like, you know, like our head is in the clouds. If you notice the way that the Fool looks in the tarot, how it doesn't notice kind of it's about to just kind of jump off right here, and the dog is trying to warn the Fool. It's kind of like when we're blindly kind of going into something, right? We're naive, we're not seeing the risks involved. We're kind of willy-nilly. Willy-nilly. Nine of Swords energy is about anxiety and overthinking and overanalyzing with the Two of Cups. So I feel like maybe you've got this person on your mind so much, and that's why Spirit is calling it Venom. That you're wanting so much to be with this person, which, you know, it's not a problem. That's not a problem. Being with somebody and loving them and thinking about them. But I almost feel like, is this so much to the point that, like I said, you can't function? Or is this a situation where a person has hurt you? And if so, are your emotions something that are clouding your judgment? Or you're still wanting to kind of move full steam ahead? Why is this makes me want to look at why this intellect and the Sage here, because this is about wisdom. And the Queen of Swords is here. What is the Queen of Swords? This is about discernment. Queen of Swords is about discerning, being discerning. Page of Wands energy in reverse. I really feel like you want to move forward with this person. I feel like you have a lot of feelings invested here. You know, some of you, this could be an ex-partner, and this could be like thinking about reconciliation over and over and over again, and just kind of like loving this person so much, like you just want to be with them. Is kind of what I'm getting from this energy. I just want to be with them. I want to do whatever it takes to be with this person. So maybe that's where the toxin is, you know, the poison. Is if you're thinking about this person maybe so heavily, or about the situation between the two of you so much so to the point where it is literally draining you. Okay. So what I'm going to do, we're going to now look, because this is intense. I feel like the energy that you have towards this person, you know, wanting to salvage, wanting to save, wanting to reconcile, wanting to make it work, wanting, you know, just wanting to have something here with this person. I'm going to clear this away, and then we're going to look at what the person, your love interest, what their energy is towards you. Okay? Okay, so let's pull a card for your person's energy towards you. Their feelings and energy towards you, pile 2. Okay, so what are your person's feelings and energy towards you? We have the shadow. Okay. What are their feelings and energy towards you? Queen of Wands. Eight of Swords. The Strength card. Whoa. Three of Swords. The World. The Queen of Pentacles. The King of Wands. What is going on here? I do notice that both the King and the Queen of Wands are present, okay? So I do feel like this person does feel an attraction to you. Very attracted to you. Now, I am seeing also the Four of Cups, and this can go in a number of different ways. So I'm just going to kind of talk about what I'm seeing here, and then you can see if that resonates with what this person is doing. But we've got the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is about indifference, rejection, emotional unavailability, and it could be that this person is rejecting you, okay, pushing you away, closed off, I would say, emotionally to you. We have the Three of Swords here and the World. So this looks like a breakup. This looks like an ending here. Now that could be with you, or I'm seeing two queens here, okay? So that may be that for some of you, this could be a third-party situation, a love triangle situation, okay? A love triangle. And if you are in a love triangle situation where this person is having to choose between you and another person, I feel like they're afraid, okay? That you are someone who they're attracted to, who gives them a source of happiness and fulfillment here with that attraction. But if there is another partner here who they are committed to, I certainly feel like there's fears surrounding them leaving this person. Okay? In which case they might not be prepared to leave that other person for you. Okay. Now the other thing that I'm seeing here is that for those of you where there is no third party other person that's involved here, some of you could be dealing with a person who is, again, very attracted to you, very drawn to you. If they are someone who's rejected you, it could be that they are someone who's too afraid of getting into a commitment in a relationship right now, or this might be solely something physical for them about intimacy. And they could be someone who is still healing from a past relationship that really hurt them. And so that's kind of more or less why they're emotionally kind of shut down and unavailable for anything more than just physical with you. Okay. Now in that case, because we do have both King and Queen of Wands here, their shadow, the shadow of the Queen and King of Wands is a little bit of potential narcissism, arrogance, selfish, okay, in which case this Nine of Cups is about a person who's only focused on their satisfaction, their fulfillment, okay, their needs being met here. Now, the other thing that I'm seeing here is if you are someone who has made this person, who you rejected them, okay, you rejected them, they could be somebody who's feeling really hurt by you because you pushed them away, you rejected them, and that could be something that they are thinking very negative about. It could be something that's kind of like wounded their ego. And I will say the shadows of the Queen and the King of Wands, you know, the Queen and King of Wands, they are the archetypes of the tarot deck that like to be the center of attention. They have big egos, okay? They have big egos. And if somebody says something or does something that is making them feel attacked in a way that's affecting their physical beauty or attractiveness, or, you know, in any way, we could have a wounded ego here. Okay? Is there anything else that I'm seeing here? Hold on a second. Another situation that I'm seeing here, I had to take a second to think about this. Another situation that I'm seeing here is that if you were the person, okay, that was not ready for a serious relationship or commitment, and you had solely, let's just say, a physical relationship with this person, situationship, friends with benefits, and you were someone who's still healing from a previous relationship, and they were the person who felt in the receiving end of your rejection, at this time, they could also be trying to think of ways in which they could persuade you into continuing on with them. Okay, so that message is not going to be for everyone, but yeah, I'm getting, if you were somebody who was emotionally unavailable, you're still healing, you rejected them, and that was something that hurt them, I feel like it's really bothering them a lot, and they could be wanting to now try to pursue something more serious. Okay? Like trying to show you, this isn't all that I want something more with you. Okay? So we've got Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus. We also have Virgo and Capricorn, Aries and Sagittarius. There is a strong Leo energy present. I want to look at what this Eight of Swords is here. Eight of Wands. Two of Cups and the Two of Swords. Some of you, this person might be confused. Indecisive about whether or not they want to reconcile with you. They could be feeling confused about their feelings. They could also feel that the two of you guys have unspoken feelings towards one another. For some of you, this person might be feeling like your connection moved too fast. Okay. Too fast. Why is this Four of Cups here? Six of Cups and the Death card. Why is the Shadow here? Okay. Ten of Swords. For those of you where this person has rejected you, I feel like they are very back and forth, up in the air about whether or not to reconcile with you. Okay? And I feel like they really are handling it very poorly, in my opinion. In my opinion, they're handling it very poorly. Now, this could be in the way in which they're talking to you, or even it could be a lack thereof. With the Page of Swords energy in the shadow, this kind of makes me feel like this person could be somebody who's, the way that they're talking and communicating is very immaturely. I am seeing, again, another ending here. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending. So somebody, this person could have cut off contact with you. They could be indecisive of whether or not they want to message you back, or to even talk to you anymore. For some of you, I feel like this person might feel like you guys hit it off, and then it kind of, I don't know, I'm still getting kind of like this obsessive energy. So if you've kind of, because looking at your energy, like I said, it's very kind of like just head over heels. Some of you might be just, you know, falling in love and just full of feelings and emotions. Like I said, that's not a problem. However, I feel like there's something about the communication between you and this person that has them confused. You know, they might, for some of you, this person might even be able to tell from the way that you talk or the way that you communicate with them. They might even be picking up on your anxiety or your obsessing, okay? And this makes me feel that if that is the case, and you've kind of noticed, like, maybe like you guys were, you know, talking to each other, and all of a sudden this person just kind of pulled away from you, it makes me feel like this person has had a change of perspective towards you. And this is why with that Two of Pentacles energy here, this is the whole hot and cold, back and forth, something that's still up in the air. And it makes me feel like it's surrounding communication. Like, should I talk to Pile 2 or not talk to Pile 2? For some of you, if this person has kind of like pushed you away, or choosing to, right, push away, you know, they could be settling things with just kind of ending it altogether with the Death card here. So I want to see what else. What are their feelings and energy towards you? We have the Poet. You know, for some of you, they could be going back and forth over whether or not to reach out to you. We've got the Poet and the Novice. And the Novice is basically like Page energy. This is inexperience. The Poet has to do with expressing something. So maybe maybe they're not good with expressing feelings or expressing how they feel in some way with the energy of the novice there. Or again, maybe they perceive you that way. Okay. What are their feelings and energy towards you? We've got transformation and also water. So this makes me feel like there's a change in feelings here. Like I said, we've got the prisoner. The prisoner. What is this energy of the prisoner? It kind of reminds me of that. Okay. Well, for some of you where there is... Some of you, this person might be a person who has a fear of relationship or commitment. Those of you where you're involved with somebody who's already with someone else, married to someone else, in a relationship with someone else, dealing with a third-party situation, they might feel like they are stuck in that situation or a prisoner to some type of situation here. Why is the Five of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles? Yeah, I'm getting still there's this grief over loss here. For some of you, I feel like this person feels that they cannot approach you. And that could be due to, I'm getting, this could even be a work situation. A boss, okay? A boss, a manager, a person who's in a position of power or authority figure. If it is kind of like a work situation, then I feel like, again, this person has an intense attraction to you. And they just may be feeling maybe guilt about doing something, you know, because it's a sensitive type of situation. But yeah, this person is very attracted to you, pal, too. Very attracted. So what I want to do, what is this transformation here? Justice. Justice is about doing the right thing, making the right choices, right decisions. Four of Wands. To maintain stability here, harmony. You know, like I said, for some of you, this person might be thinking about what their feelings are in all of this. Like I said, we have a situation down here for someone about reconciliation or trying to pursue a committed relationship, you know, changing their behavior or but again, with that Two of Pentacles energy, it kind of makes me feel like a person who's just kind of going back and forth, like something that's still up in the air that they haven't decided upon. Okay. Some of you, I feel like this person is like, some of you might be like in a friends with benefits situation with this person or a situationship. And I feel like there could be certain resistance surrounding taking things further, whether that blockage is coming from your side or their side. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to ask Spirit here, what your advice is on this connection. What is your advice? And we're going to put this up here. And I kind of feel like with the Venom and the Shadow, both of them are kind of like shadowy energies here. You know, and it kind of makes me feel like for some of you, do you both bring out the best and the worst in each other? Okay, what is pile number 2's advice on this connection? The Knight of Cups. What? Knight of Cups and then the Eight of Cups. Judgment, Ten of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Ooh, the Devil again. Okay, well, I want to say, for those of you that are in third-party situations where this connection that you have with this person is involving a person who's already married or in a very serious relationship with another person, I feel like, you know, Spirit is kind of really asking you to ask yourself, and this is being really honest with yourself about whether or not this situation serves your highest good. Because with the Devil energy here, the Devil is about temptation, illusion, deception, emotional manipulation. So in a way, I feel like Spirit's saying, don't let your emotions manipulate you in this situation. You know, those of you that are being obsessive or there's attachment there in an unhealthy way, this could be Spirit asking you to pull back a little bit, okay? Because we do have the Eight of Cups here, which is about emotional detachment. You know, are there toxic, I want to say, are there toxic things kind of going on here, happening in a way that you're not seeing something clearly here? Or if you're allowing your own maybe unhealthy patterns of behavior come through here. You know, and if you're genuinely somebody who is looking for long-term, long-lasting, stable, secure relationship, do you truly feel like this person could give, you know, is going to give that to you? You know? Because for some of you, there might be an illusion here surrounding long-term relationship and commitment. Or there could certainly be a person who has fears here surrounding getting into a long-term relationship. And if that is the case, where both people are not choosing together and on the same page, you know, I genuinely feel like Spirit's asking you, should this be something that you should let go of? Okay, because we do have two cards here, the Eight of Cups and the Judgment card, which are about release or letting go. You know, is this situation truly something that brings you happiness and fulfillment, or is it an illusion of happiness? Are you allowing your feelings and your emotions, like I said earlier, to cloud your judgment here? Are they creating some type of an illusion? Or are you noticing that you're getting obsessive or maybe overly attached to a person, right? Then, of course, that might be a need for you to kind of just, like I said, take a step back, pull back your energy a little bit, ground yourself, okay? Ground your energy a little better. To really take some time to really look at this situation between you and this person very carefully, very clearly. You know, for some of you, I do feel like it could be a toxic situation that Spirit is saying that you do have to move away from. And sometimes when we have feelings for somebody, that can be hard to do. Okay. I want to see what this Devil energy is here. For some of you, it may be a karmic relationship, you know. Ace of Wands. And the Two of Cups. I'm sorry, not the Two of Cups. Why did I say that? We have Temperance here. Some of you might be needing to set boundaries with this person, or even respecting another person's boundaries. For some of you, you could be stuck on the illusion of potential for this with this person, you know, and to an unhealthy extent. Okay, I want to see what Judgment is here. Yeah, some of you, there's the Two of Cups. Some of you might be having a difficult time letting go, okay? Especially if this is a past person, a past relationship for you. And if there was a little bit of this unhealthy dynamic here, or a lot of that, you know, this could genuinely be Spirit telling you here that it's time to release, it's time to let go, time to move forward. Especially if you know deep down inside that you are deserving of more. Okay, we have the Chariot here at the bottom with the Six of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is about reciprocity. Do you feel like you're receiving what you are truly deserving of with this person? You know, or are you in a place where you are, you know, because again, you could be the person who's kind of holding back here. So are you ready? You know, do you need to take some time for healing so that you are able to have a new beginning, whether that be with this person or with someone else, that you are able to find balance within your own energy so that you are open to give and to receive, and it's something that's balanced with someone, harmonious, versus something that is unbalanced here. Okay, so is there healing that needs to happen within you? Do you need to find that sense of groundedness and harmony within the self first? You know, some of you with that Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is a message about a need for us to let go or move away from people or situations that are either no longer bringing us emotional fulfillment, no longer serving us in some way. Okay, so I will leave that up to you for you to decide with that. Okay, all right, so that is all that I have for you, pile number 2, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. So those of you that resonate with the thread and the strawberry obsidian, this is going to be a reading. So we're looking today at a you versus them. So this is your card here with what your feelings and energy is towards your love interest. And then we're going to be pulling a card for them and what their feelings and energy are towards you. And then we'll be closing out the reading with getting some advice from Spirit on the connection for you. Okay, so pile 3. What are your feelings and energy towards your person? What I'm already kind of getting with this thread here is that many of you feel something between you and this person is fated or destined, that kind of like in the very core of your being, that you feel like this is the person that I am meant to be with. Okay. I don't necessarily see it as like this attachment or, you know, an unhealthy like attachment. It's more or less kind of like this inner knowing, I feel like, that you feel that there's something about the dynamic between you and this person that kind of rings true all the way through to your soul. Whether it's something that's important for your soul's growth, or it is in fact that you kind of have a feeling like, this is my person. This is my person. So let's see. What are your feelings and energy towards your love interest, pile 3? We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Cups. I'm seeing the 2 of Cups energy in reverse. Four of Swords, the Chariot. 2 of Swords in reverse. The Page of Pentacles. And the Magician. Yeah, this kind of, and I'm seeing the 9 of Cups at the bottom with the Hierophant is right underneath it. So we've got Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer energy here. Some of you may be married to this person, okay? Some of you might be in a long-term relationship. Some of you might even be in a situation where there is a separation here or having had a breakup. But I feel like you are someone who is wanting to fight for this connection against all obstacles, challenges. You are fighting for it. And for some of you, you might have family or children with this person. I feel like for those of you that are in separation or broken up, divorced, or, you know, separated, married, separated, I feel like you're really focusing your intention on, for some of you, reconciliation. That you are wanting you and this person to really come together, because I'm seeing the 2 of Cups energy in reverse, and this is when something is out of balance or there's a lack of harmony in a connection. You know, you might feel like, I'm trying to fight for this, maybe they're not, or they're not putting in as much effort as you. When I'm looking at this 4 of Swords card here, she looks like she's laying down in bed, and she looks like she's probably a little bit stressed out, like she's trying to just rest her mind to kind of feel more at peace, which is what the 4 of Swords is about. Rest, reflection, healing, calming the mind, you know? She looks like she's got her hands over her eyes to just kind of shut them and just take that time to just meditate and think about things. You know, we do have the 2 of Swords energy here, which could very well be about a choice or a decision that you have to make with this person. Maybe you guys are in a situation right now where you're not sure if things are going to continue to progress, if they're going to move forward. Some of you, I feel like you might want to marry this person. You might want to settle down, have a family with them. Yeah, wanting commitment here. For some of you, this could be a second chance, wanting a second chance for this connection, wanting to start over. You know, the 7 of Wands is about perseverance. And some of you may have had to set some boundaries with this person, okay? I want to clarify a little bit more. I think I want to look at this 2 of Swords in reverse. 3 of Swords. Queen of Swords. 9 of Wands. For some of you, this person may have hurt you. Okay, we've got the Three of Swords here, which is about pain and suffering and heartbreak. Feeling very wounded. You know, you too can be someone who is wounded and kind of presents yourself in this connection with a very guarded heart here. The Queen of Swords also has very firm and strong boundaries. She's assertive. She's not afraid of using her voice and speaking her mind and her truth. So maybe for some of you, you have said something to this person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I want to see, what is this energy of the thread? Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Pentacles. You know, with this energy too, I feel like you are someone, pile 3, and this is for those of you where you're single here, okay? You're single and you're wanting something with this person. I feel like you're very strong, first off. You're a very strong person. You know, the Nine of Pentacles is about independence. So I feel that the way that your energy is towards this person is that this is what you want with them. You know, you want to be with them, but you are also okay by yourself. You know, it's not so much, I'm not really getting like this. I mean, because the other piles had a little bit more of a obsessive, attached, you know, maybe a little bit of codependent energy. But here, I feel like in your pile here, you're a very strong person. Strong-willed, strong-minded. You know, even as deeply as you might feel this connection, and for those of you, like I said, where you're in separation here, you know, I feel like you're pretty solid, you know, and it is something that would make you happy here, is to be with this person and to have, like I said, for some of you, marriage, family, wanting to fight for it, but also, like I said, with firm boundaries, strong boundaries here, you know, like wanting this person to come to you with the right energy, because I do feel like you care about this person a lot. You love this for some of you, might love this person a lot to pieces. And I do feel like you want answers, you want clarity. For some of you, you've been kind of stuck in this state of limbo of not knowing like what's going to happen between the two of you. Where is this going? Are we going to make it? Okay. We've also got Pisces energy here. Okay, so what is your feelings and energy towards them? We have flying. We have the house. The Maestro. We have the Guardian, and then we also have Betrayal. You know, you might feel like you're kind of like trying to take control of this situation. You're trying to orchestrate things, keep things together, maintain stability here. You know, and I don't doubt with this energy here, because I'm seeing betrayal coming through here too, that it's either the hurt is caused by this person or it's from your past, you know. And, you know, with this Queen of Swords energy being here, you know, the Queen of Swords is not to be messed with. She's not to be played with. Don't waste her time. Okay. So, like I said, I kind of feel like you're a very strong, solid person. And maybe, yes, you have been hurt in the past and betrayed by others, or maybe this person betrayed you in some way. So I do feel like you're very protective over your energy. You see everything. It's kind of like you notice everything about this person. You know, even if they try to say something one way, it's kind of like you see right through it. You see right through to them. Even if they try to show you, like, hide feelings, hide emotions, you see beyond that. You see to this person's heart. You see to this person's soul. It's kind of just having this feeling and this knowing, and kind of waiting for this, for some of you, waiting for this person to, like, get it together. That's what I'm kind of feeling here, you know? Some of you are being, like, super patient, but I almost feel like, you know, some of you could be like, okay, I'm at my wit's end here, you know? Okay, so let's now look at what this person's energy, feelings and energy is towards you. And we're going to pull a card for them too and see kind of where they're at. And I'm going to move yours over here so we have some space. And okay, pile 3. What is your person, your love interest? What are their feelings? I just saw the healer. What are their feelings and energy towards you? The vow. Wow. Okay. I want to look at this a little bit, because when I think of vow, I think of marriage. I think of commitments. I think of promises. Let's see what the book says. This is 54. Okay. It says the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts. Karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. So this is talking about bearing witness to the shift towards destiny, or it could also be talking about unconscious vows, unkept promises, and messy karma. Okay. So let's see what the tarot brings through with your person's energy towards you, feelings and energy. Now, it's either that this person has been someone who's made empty promises to you, and that being something that's hurting you. Or maybe things between you and this person were left messy, right? Lots of karmic energy that's present. Or the lighter side of it, in which this person is, you know, more or less thinking about the contract, the commitment. All right, let's see. Pile 3. What are your person's feelings and energy towards you? And you are my last pile, last reading of the day. And then I'm going to rest and eat some food. Okay, let's see. Pile 3. What are your love interests, feelings, and energy towards you? The Magician in reverse. Oh my goodness, the Tower. 9 of Wands. The Queen of Wands in reverse. The 7 of Cups. Six of Cups. 9 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So what's the problem here? What is the issue? What is the issue here? Well, we've got Queen of Wands and the Magician in reverse. Right here, the 6 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, the 3 of Cups. I feel like this says a lot about this person's feelings and emotions for you, because the 6 of Cups is and the Sun is here. I can't unsee it. We have the Sun, Leo energy. You know, I do feel like this person genuinely does like spending time with you. You know, when you guys are around each other, connecting, socializing, talking, whether that's going on a date, having fun together. It is something that does bring them happiness and fulfillment. The 6 of Cups energy is also about a person who feels that sense of home, that sense of familiarity, nostalgia, feeling that they have a soulmate connection with you, kindred spirits. Some of you might feel like you're like best friends with each other, like you're their best friend. I mean, maybe you are their best friend. I don't know. But it's a very sweet feeling here. You know, the 6 of Cups is that card that kind of gives us the warm and fuzzy feeling. It's about acts of kindness and gifts of the heart, and, you know, a person who's sharing their feelings, their stories, their emotions, and things like that with you. Okay. However, I do also feel with the 7 of Cups energy here, this is a lot of fantasizing, daydreaming, imagining things. They could be thinking about what their choices are, their options are. They could also be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Okay. Now, I am seeing with the 9 of Wands energy here, it could be that this person is someone, you know, that is maybe a little wounded, a little guarded, a little weary of you know, whether that is coming towards you or, you know, making something happen. We do have the Tower here, which can talk about upheaval, you know, between you and them. The Tower can sometimes be a very unstable energy, chaotic. And maybe that symbolizes something that's happened between the two of you, an ending, a breakup, a separation. Perhaps for some of you, it could be a fight, an argument, something that has kind of disrupted your connection with each other. Now, Queen of Wands in reverse can talk about a person who Well, it could go different ways. They can either perceive you as somebody who is bossy, spiteful, jealous, lashing out at them. You know, the Queen of Wands in reverse can be like, you could be somebody who has like a sharp tongue, okay, a little sassy, and maybe directing that energy towards them, okay? Or it could be that this person is taking on this tone and this energy with you, okay? Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is also having to do with low self-esteem, maybe a lack of confidence in themselves, a little bit temperamental, okay? And I feel like with that Magician in reverse, this is more or less talking about a person who might be afraid of taking action. This could be a lack of willpower, a lack of focus, a lack of making something happen, because it could be a lack of focused intention towards something. So I want to look at this energy a little bit. Now we do have the Sun, and the Sun is a beautiful energy of life force and vitality and joy and happiness. So I want to see kind of what's going on with this person. I want to look at the Tower energy. You know, and maybe the person is jealous, or maybe you're really attractive and they're jealous. Because you're attractive, because you attract a lot of attention, and maybe it bothers them, you know, for some of you. Let's see, why is the Tower here? The Ten of Swords, and we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, some of you, this could have been an ending or an ending here. Now, some of you, things could have ended, for those of you where this is a breakup, things could have ended because somebody was feeling insecure, either them or you. There's a lack of security here. Instability. I feel like this person loves you, pile 3. I feel like this person is in love with you. And for some of you, the feelings and emotions that they have could have also been something that really caught them off guard. Okay? They could be a person who's afraid of getting hurt, afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of really expressing feelings, heart to you. Maybe not having the confidence or the courage to come forward to talk about their feelings when they do feel this bond and this connection with you. Let's see why this Magician energy is in reverse. The Devil and the Five of Swords in reverse. Those of you where you had a fight with this person, and maybe your last exchange between the two of you wasn't very good, wasn't a very good one. You had a falling out with this person. This person could be afraid of just the act of resolving it, okay, with you, especially if you are sassy, okay. They could be intimidated, afraid of having that conversation, because the Five of Swords is about confrontation and fighting, arguing, drama, negativity. You know, it could be holding resentment or anger or feeling like a victim type of mentality. I feel like this person could certainly have trust issues, or they may feel that you have trust issues. We have the Devil here, so there may even be, for some, and I don't think this is for everybody, but the Devil talks about addictions, okay? So addictions might be an issue here for some of you with this person that have caused a disruption in your connection with them. For others of you, I feel like this has to do with the person's fear. A person's fear that could be holding them back here. We've got Capricorn energy with that Devil. Why is the Queen of Wands in reverse? Three of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, I feel like this person is afraid of starting over, of starting again. Reconciling. Trying to work towards building something with you. The King of Pentacles is long-term commitment, when we're really committing ourselves to something. And the Three of Pentacles is about collaborating, working with someone to build something. But I certainly feel like there's a fear here with getting started for some of you. Maybe for some of that means reconciling or giving your connection a second chance, or even not having the courage or confidence to be able to invest into the connection more. You know, giving more than a friendship, or just going out sometimes and having fun with each other. You know, which I feel like this person, like I said, they genuinely love it. When you guys are having fun, you're spending time together, being, you know, opening up to each other. I feel like there's an issue here surrounding commitment. Maybe that's why we have the Vow here. You know, and it's like I said in the very beginning before I started pulling cards for you, I feel like there's just something inside of you that you feel, that you know, like, this is my person. And I feel like this thought has crossed their mind about you and them being together in a long-term relationship, being committed, being soulmates, being connected to each other, loving each other. And this person might be somebody who has unhealthy patterns of behaviors, or victim mentality and trust issues and betrayal wounds, and afraid of taking that risk of opening themselves up to a relationship, you know? And I feel like you see it. You see that, like I said, your energy is more or less like, I'm willing to fight for this. Are you? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have autumn. Maybe autumn is significant for some of you. What are their feelings and energy towards you? The Aristocrat, the Prisoner, we have Falling and Awakening. I almost feel like with that Falling energy here, this person, for some of you, this might be around this person feeling like they're losing control. They're losing control, maybe of themselves. You know, some people, okay, this might not be for all of you, but sometimes people, when they're falling in love, it's scary for them, you know, because it's really opening up in a way that maybe they're uncomfortable with, and they feel like they're losing themselves in the process by caring and loving, and, you know, I feel with this Aristocrat energy, because this is basically talking like of like how do I say that? Kind of like the level of class. Somebody that is high society or high, I want to get a little bit more on that. But it's basically a class of a person who is kind of like high society, or a person who is high value, high... I don't know if I want to say high value, but it's kind of like a person who is like a class of like with the way that we would think like a king or a queen or a Dutch or a duchess. So I wonder if this person, I'm going to look at this a little bit more, if this person is someone who kind of puts you on a pedestal, or who might even feel inferior to you, who might feel like you're too good for them. What are you doing with me? I don't want to necessarily say they're looking down upon you. So let's look at this a little bit. What is, and I mean, we do have the Empress here, so maybe that is the case for some of you, because the Empress is a high value person. Let's see. What is this aristocrat here? It kind of makes me feel with your vow here and the aristocrat, especially with the consideration of the King of Pentacles here, the Six of Cups, that it's kind of like this person, in the same way that you see them, right? And you kind of have like this inner knowing, like they're your person. It makes me feel with this energy of the vow, the aristocrat, this King of Pentacles, that they see you that way too. What is this aristocrat here? We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands, and then we have there's Ace of Swords in reverse. Maybe they're trying to figure out. There's something this person feels unclear about here. It makes me feel, because if we think about the energy of the aristocrat, it's something that's high, right? In a class of a person, high. So we can even look this in a sense of priority, or because I'm seeing all of this right here, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Swords. This person is not clear on something, and maybe this is with taking some kind of action, making a decision here. The Three of Wands is about thinking ahead, foresight, right? Looking to the future. So it makes me feel like, okay, that when this person envisions their future, you are the person who comes to mind. Almost like they too have that feeling of like, if I was going to marry anybody or settle down with anybody, it would be you, kind of thing. What is the falling here? Page of Cups. The Star. Why is that song playing in my head again? It's a song from 2 days ago. I posted it. What video did I post it on? I think it was this channel. I think it was the last video that I uploaded for this channel. And it was that song that came through, Could It Be I'm Falling in Love, by the Spinners. I don't know. But it's coming through again. But I'm seeing that we've got the falling here with the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups energy is a very sweet, very romantic energy. It's kind of like when we're developing those crush-like feelings towards someone. It could also be when we are in a place of infatuation. You know, it's literally when we start developing those feelings. So for some of you, you know, like I said, this has to do with their feelings here. So that feeling of, like I said, maybe losing control of their feelings, of their emotions. The page energy is like the energy of a novice or a student, or immature, you know, we can talk about immaturity. So this person might be someone who is not very good with expressing their feelings, or, you know, and I do feel like this person is working on that. We do have the Eight of Pentacles here and the Star, so they could be working on healing that aspect of themselves. With learning how, you know, the Page of Cups is very vulnerable energy. So vulnerability might make this person feel like they are losing control, you know? But with awakening here, it does make me feel like this person is awakening to their feelings, to their emotions. I feel like beyond their own fears, being able to acknowledge where their fears are. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is here, which is about a new beginning. So this person could be trying to have that with you. What is the Prisoner here? Five of Cups in reverse, which is their feelings and emotions. They could be healing here, okay? This could be past stuff with the Five of Cups energy. Working on changing their energy towards you. The way in which you guys communicate, trying to find balance here. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to get some advice here from Spirit on what you should do with this connection or this person. And let's see. Okay, so let's move your card up there. What is your advice on this connection? I feel like after doing all three piles today, your pile is the better of the three. Yeah, pile 1 and 2 had some challenging energies coming through. Not that, you know, your situation, you know, is not challenging if that's what you're experiencing, but I feel like in comparison, this is better than what was going on in the other piles. Okay, what is your advice, guidance, pile number 3 on this connection? We have the Page of Wands, the Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Wow, you guys, look at that. Oh my goodness. What is this? And then we have the, oh my goodness. Look at that. The Empress, the Emperor, the King and Queen of Pentacles, and the Tower. This is quite the connection you have here with this person. This is really beautiful energy. I almost feel like this tower is like basically spirit telling you, knock it off already. Knock it off already and just love each other. Love each other. This is beautiful. I want to see what this tower is. Yes, look at this. Underneath the deck, we have the Five of Wands and the Lovers. Who? You or them? It's kind of like, I don't know. It kind of makes me want to feel like Spirit's saying here that somebody's resisting. There's resistance here. There's a need for releasing. You know, the Lovers being here. We've got the Empress and the Emperor and the King and Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, it makes me feel like Spirit's saying, knock it off. Stop. Stop already with this fighting and arguing, and love each other. You know, the Lovers is here. The Lovers is a divinely guided union. And that is what we have here. We've got counterparts here. The Empress and the Emperor. The King and Queen of Pentacles. The Six of Cups is here. And for some of you, this could very well, in fact, be a past life connection. Your soulmate. Your divine counterpart. You know. So I want to look at the Tower. Why is the Tower here? The Tower is an awakening. It's a realization, an epiphany. It's also about releasing. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Fool. The Six of Wands and the King of Swords. You know, I feel like there is a need for you here, pile 3, to speak your truth. And maybe that includes your communication with this person. Let go of this whole, you know, and that might be work that both of you have to do, because this Five of Wands can talk about petty arguments, like fighting over dumb things. The Knight of Wands in reverse is impatience. It's lashing out. It's acting out of character for yourself. It's, you know, I feel like Spirit's saying here, like, look at what you have, right? And of course, this goes both ways, because both of you have to come together to resolve conflict and things like that. But I feel like it's important for you to speak your truth to this person and to be honest about your feelings, and to also come from a place of stability. You know, is going to be important. Stability, love, empathy, compassion. You know, because I feel like Spirit's saying it's very possible for you and this person to be able to overcome these challenges by working together, you know. And maybe that means you reach out to this person and you let them know how you feel, but like really from the heart, like really having a sit down, having a heart-to-heart with this person, you know. And I know sometimes, you know, that's hard, because you might feel like, okay, well, I'm in no contact with this person right now, or they're not taking my calls, or they're, you know, blocked me, or something like that. And if that is the case, you know, and this truly is your divine counterpart here, soulmate, you know, I feel like, especially when it comes to divine counterpart, you know, twin flame connections, for those of you on the twin flame journey, there is a need for surrender. You know, there is a need for trusting in divine timing, you know, and maybe that means working on yourself. Maybe that means focusing on yourself right now and pursuing your passions right now. You know, bringing your own energy into energetic alignment, you know, opening yourself up to possibilities and exploring and having fun and filling yourself with joy and happiness and love and embodying that energy, right? To also help to create a shift of energy within the other person. And of course, you know, that's their work that they have to do. But I certainly feel like Spirit's saying, be kind, be loving, you know, nurturing. And I feel like it's very possible for you and this person to be able to overcome, you know, like I said, the challenges that are here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.